makeup ready? This chair doesn't wheel at all. It's so far away.
You want me to move it closer?
It's hard for me to see it.
Well, you should be reading it off of there, right?
I also read it from here, but it's okay. What? We live? Ooh. Hey guys. Hi Ted. Hi Kathy. Oops. Hardware malfunction. Hey guys. Hi Kathy. Hi Teddy. South America. Hi Seba. Forgive me if I butcher anybody's name. All right, we're waiting for Chris Hickman to join us. Can you move that just a little bit forward? Just a little bit. Okay, thanks. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Smile. Hi, Andre. Hi, Dean. All right, we're just waiting for Chris Hickman, who is our guest speaker today, to join us. And while we wait, I have some announcements to make. This will be the last Facebook Live for this year. We will continue it again next year on January the 8th. So you guys can have a little bit of a break from me and all these wonderful people at Matterport. And we'll see you next time in the new year. And hopefully we're going to have a new system set up. Yay. All right, where's Mr. Hickman? Let's see if we can get him. He's ready. Hey, Maxim. Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Hey, Dean. Here we go.
Yes? Did you open it?
Hello. Yay. Awesome. And here we have our esteemed guest, the one and the only, Chris Hickman. He is the owner of Metroplex 360 and the inventor of MPEmbed. And he is here to answer any and all of your questions. Take it away, Chris.
Hi, guys.
All right, guys. Questions for Chris.
I'll first start off by saying thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It's a beautiful morning here in Texas, and I would love to answer any questions that you may have. I'm filling dead airspace right now.
Yeah, we're super lucky to have Chris spend this time with us. So please write in any of your questions about MPEmbed or any questions at all.
Hi, Irma. Hi, Chris Fraser. Hey, Joe. Hi, Dean.
No pressure. We don't feel pressure at all, do we, Chris?
Hi, Caesar. Hi, Pablo. This is fun. questions.
Oh, come on, guys. Oh, tell us about how you became a software developer. Here we go.
I have been coding since I was in the kindergarten. My parents bought me a Commodore 64 computer, and it came with BASIC built into the box. And as a kid, I thought it was the most fascinating thing. And I endeavored to learn how to use it. And I have been programming for fun ever since I was about that tall. So,
all right.
Hey, Joe asked a question. I'm running into museums and businesses that say they have Google 360. What do you do to overcome this objection? It's not necessarily, I didn't want Joe to feel ignored, but Dee, did you want to answer that?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that question. What's the question?
Joe asked that he's running into museums and businesses that say they have a Google 360, and what do you do to overcome this objection?
That they've already uploaded scans of panos to Google Street View?
Yeah.
That's, I don't know.
That was last week. That was Chris Petraco's question, right?
So is it that they don't want you to do a scan and then upload to Google Street View because they've already done that? I did know, I heard of a guy yesterday who ran into a similar issue where he had uploaded his Matterport space to Google Street View, and then somebody came along and had these not as nice images that they had uploaded as well. And Chris Petraco told him to tell Google about it, and if you had enough people that were letting Google know that there were images that weren't high quality, that eventually they would take them down. So that was the suggestion that Chris gave.
Yeah. All right, so Chris Fraser asks, what can we expect in the future from MPEmbed? I've got a lot of long-term goals, Chris, and I've got a giant list a mile long of individual requests. What I think is most important for MPEmbed right now is to work on enhancing the highlight reel, the normal one at the bottom, adding in the ability to use other content there. And in addition, the ability to add analytics that are easy for people to read. And those are two areas that I think I need to be working on. So.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I've had requests from customers for adding like drone footage in a highlight reel, for example. So yeah, that would be super awesome.
Those are the two things I think are most important to people. Jamie, or Jaime, hi Jaime, asks how long I've been using 3D cameras. I got my Matterport in September 2015, my first one. So that was easy. Eric asks, what is MPEmbed? That is an awesome question. No, that's a good one. What is it? MPEmbed is an overlay. It overlays on top of the Matterport showcase, it adds additional features, and it also connects into the showcase by using the Matterport Showcase SDK. Matterport released an SDK to allow third-party developers to take control of Showcase with the apps that they develop. Basic things that the Showcase SDK can do is act kind of like a remote control. It can move the viewer within the space, it can swap modes, and it can also pull basic information from the tour, such as how many panos there are, where they're located, and the overlay uses that information to provide things such as a mini map or a list of matter tags that you can click and then remote control go to. So MPEmbed is an overlay that connects to Showcase with the Matterport Showcase SDK.
Chris, why don't you tell them some of the features, like the little mini map floor plan with these scans located on it,
Sure.
the filters and stuff like that.
Okay. So MPEmbed has a lot of different features. The mini map was one of the first features added. The point of the mini map, Matterport has an amazing ability to swap between 3 different distinct screen modes: floor plan, dollhouse, and inside mode. And I guess outside mode, which is the 360s if you're counting. Some users have expressed that their clients want a constant mini map shown that shows where they are in the tour, and it allows easy access to clicking on hotspots. This is less distracting for some people. Swapping to a floor plan and jumping back and forth is abrupt. And so the mini map that's in the top right is an excellent way to have that feature. And I don't know if it's even visible. No, it's not visible. But the mini map on MPEmbed allows you to do a couple things. You can add text that will appear if you mouse over the hotspots. You can also visualize where the matter tags in your tour are on the mini map. You can enlarge it, you can pan around, and I'm looking to add some more features to it in a bit. Other features, people love the filters. Dee mentioned that. And one of the pain points for some people has been that their tour has been processed and it has been too bright, or it has been too dark, or it is not saturated enough. Matterport does an amazing job, in my opinion, on automatically processing our imagery and leveling them to where they're consistent throughout our space. Sometimes this consistency causes imagery to not be what you expect. A dark space Matterport will brighten up for us. If it's a museum with low lighting, which I see this all the time, it's going to look terrible. So MPEmbed allows you to apply filters that affect the entire tour. They will affect your icons and everything like that. So I've been recreating. I'm getting too complicated. So I'm a developer. I'm not marketing. But you can essentially in MPEmbed you can change your brightness, you can enhance your contrast, and you can change your saturation, and you can set presets. And hopefully, it's my hope that you can correct some problems that you've had with your space, and you can ultimately deliver to your client something that is more acceptable. If for some reason your tour ended up not turning out as you intended, let's have more specific questions. I'll ramble all day about more specific questions. Let's see if I missed anything.
So I have a question. Can you tell people how to get MPEmbed?
Go to MPEmbed.com. There is a free version of it that is always free. The free version, all you do is you change your Matterport URL, which is my.matterport.com/blah, blah, blah. You change that to MPEmbed.com/blah, blah, blah. And then what you can do is you can add parameters to enable features like the mini-map. Matterport, many of us have experienced using parameters with Matterport Showcase, such as &TS, which is now apparently called Tobias something. Dustin suggested that. And ampersand, it is a lot. So with MPEmbed's free version, you can add many parameters. They're listed on the website. So ampersand mini-map equals 1. You put that at the end of your Matterport space, and you have a mini-map. It is that simple. But there is a premium version of MPEmbed that I charge money for because I'm mean. And the premium version, I put a lot of work into this. I have to be funded somehow. The premium version gives you a graphic user interface that you can do more with. The difference between free and premium is that any feature that requires a user interface to configure is a premium feature. Any feature that is on and off is a free feature. So mini-map on, off, that is free. Creating your own custom color filters with your own brightness, contrast, saturation values, and adjusting those and then applying them to panoramas individually, that requires an interface. Therefore, that is not free. So that is how you get MPEmbed. You go to the website, you change your links, and you can sign up for a premium version if you are interested in doing that.
So we have a question. Does MPEmbed work with WP3D?
Yes.
Okay, next question. Yes. Can you group matter tags?
Yes, but group matter tags how? There's a feature, I really can't show this too well. Sort of can show right there. There is the ability to This is not working out too well on this screen. The matter tag, there's a panel, the enhanced about panel. On most Matterport spaces, you get your details showing up at the left. And with MPEmbed, there are additional tabs. One of the tabs shows all of your matter tags. You can now, with Premium, create folders, and you can sort, and you can put matter tags into folders that open and close as a list. So,
yay. Okay, next
go.
question. Oh, heat map. Is any heat map coming from Sherry?
Yes, yes, yes. Sherry, actually, I really do appreciate you asking that. Sherry, a long time ago, Sherry and I talked about this. One of the things I do want to do with MPEmbed, to answer, Chris Fraser asked this too, what features in the future? Analytics and the ability to add additional content through the highlight reel. With analytics, you can already use Adobe and Google Analytics with MPEmbed, but the information that is stored is not very useful. It's just a list. It has IP addresses added on, and it's got some stats and how many visits and all this. But what it doesn't show is a visual, as Sherry said the word heat map. What that means is that you would see a floor plan and you would show how much attention individual panoramas and areas receive, and you could filter maybe by date. That's something I'm really interested in building. I'm excited about building, actually, because I think it's a lot of fun. And so, yes, that has always been on the roadmap, and I'm hoping to have that done first quarter of 2019, which will be a premium feature, because you have to go in to a user interface to experience it. It cannot be on or off.
Yay. Somebody asked, I think Kathy asked, how much does it cost?
All right. It is free, but if you want premium, it is $9.95 a month or $99.95 per year in US dollars. There are other plans too that will cover you for 25 spaces. And then there are 2 more levels. I'm planning on adding some features only to the higher levels in the future. The heat mapping and analytics platform will be in the 2nd tier. Sorry.
Yay. Pretty good pricing.
Yay.
Good value for your money, I say sign up.
I think so. Hey, there are some people out there that this application, the MPEmbed, has actually saved their space.
Yeah.
They've turned it in, the client's mad. They've been able to fix it with MPEmbed. That is the kind of stuff I love hearing. So for that client, this is invaluable. For some people, it just depends on how you use it.
All right. Lisa Snyder Miller says, I have tried adding to URL to hide reel, hide instructions, etc., but I am told that it will not work if I'm showing the front of a home in the highlight reel. They used to work. Will the new beta be updated to allow these features to start working again?
That is the ampersand HR equals 0.
That should work. I've not heard of that not working. Contact support, Lisa. We'll help you out.
Yeah, Lisa, that is a parameter that is on Showcase that works with or without MPEmbed. If anyone remembers, I'd like to check that out after this, just so I can be sure it's working correctly.
Yeah, I've not heard anything about it not working, but but you can contact us and we'll work with you on that.
All right. So there's a question from Joe here, and hi, Joe. Can you embed one tour inside another? As you guys probably do know, with Matterport Showcase, you can embed a Matterport Showcase inside of a matter tag, and you can do a little inception thing. You can also embed an MPEmbed space inside of Matterport Showcase or inside of an MPEmbed enhanced space. In order to facilitate that, MPEmbed is actually supported by Embedly, which is the platform that Matterport uses for all content inside of matter tags. I went through the process of getting it approved through them. So yes, you can embed MPEmbed in MPEmbed.
Here's another question from Fatima. What is the plugin that works with MPEmbed in WordPress?
You must be speaking of WP3D models by the brilliant Ross Peterson. And that is a wonderful SEO-friendly gallery building, one-page site making, data organizing, MPEmbed free configuring piece of software a lot of us use. You can, with WP3D models, you can configure all the free options in MPEmbed easily. And for a lot of people, those free options will take you a long way. People were using MPEmbed free from March until the end of September when it was the only MPEmbed and people loved it. So WP3D models is a pretty awesome way to experience that. And you can just go to WP3Dmodels.com to check that out. It's cross promotion there. Okay, Mike asked a question. He said, in MPEmbed, it looks like we change the domain and add our tour name. Where can we find the parameters to add to the link? Okay, so Mike, yes, you change my.matterport.com to MPEmbed.com, and then you can add additional parameters. There's a list of parameters on MPEmbed.com, and most of the features are documented there pretty well. And if there's any more questions, you can shoot me an email or ask on the MPEmbed Facebook page. So let's see here. Yes, that's the docs page. I see you put that on the chat. All right, Kathy, I cannot offer sky replacement. MPEmbed does not actually edit any of the images inside of Matterport Showcase. Rather, it adds color filters to it, such as brightness, contrast, saturation, hue shift. So none of the images themselves are edited with sky replacements. Now with window blowout also, because we're filtering it, it's highly unlikely that by decreasing the exposure that you're going to recover any additional detail, as it's not applying to like raw images like you would be in Lightroom. So unfortunately, I wish I could help with that. I cannot. So to answer that, no. Daniel asks, will MPEmbed offer hotspot analytics so agents can see where visitors spend most of their time in the tours? Not Google Analytics. Yes, a heat map. Yes, Daniel, this is something I really want. It is my top two things. Improving the highlight reel and then getting involved in building an actual analytics platform that tells you detailed insights about what's going on inside of your tours. So yes. What's the cost? Kathy asked that. We answered that. It's $10 a month for pretty much what everyone needs. Constellation control for Google Street View upload. That has nothing to do with me. Ability to format matter tab text. Okay, once again, I am limited, and all developers who are using the SDK are limited to what the SDK offers them. The SDK does not offer us the ability to actually modify the contents of a space. Therefore, it is not possible to edit the matter tag and to format it. Equally, when the matter tag opens up, I can't change on the fly what the text is in there. But I would imagine that if you published a space online and I ran it through the SDK and I replaced all of your matter tags with the word butts, that would be kind of rude, and maybe you complain to matter tag and say, hey, my tour's online, it has a bunch of the word butt all over it. I mean, you can get pretty immature, right? So I think Matterport may be not wanting to allow people to make textual changes to other people's spaces, as there's nothing in place to prevent you from hijacking someone else's content. So that's my thoughts there.
Good point.
Yeah. I'd like to put the word butts all over some of these tours. Okay. I have tried adding to URL to hide reel. Okay, we talked about that, Lisa. I'm a little bit behind here. Okay, Mike, I don't anticipate, you asked, will MPEmbed ever have a squeeze page to capture leads for our clients? I don't intend to build features. I don't intend to build marketing features to MPEmbed for people. What is great though is that there's nothing to stop anyone else from allowing MPEmbed to work with their system. So I know the guys over at Capture 3D are working on a lot of things to help people market their spaces, one-page websites, as well as, of course, WP3D Models is also a platform for building these things. And so any other third parties who are more focused on developing systems like squeeze pages, the one-page sites, they are free to use MPEmbed as part of their system. And happy. I'm very developer friendly. I've got a list of all the parameters and all their potential values that a developer can grab and integrate. It's kind of cool. So if any developers want to use MPEmbed, they've got my blessing. We can talk. Chris Fraser asks, can I use premium to override parameters on a space that has already been embedded? Yes, you can. You can disable the ability for parameters to be used, and then set all the parameters in premium. And then you can even go a further step, and by inserting a matter tag into your space, you can also lock it to where no one can hijack your MPEmbed tour. If anyone, it's a little bit confusing. If anyone wants to know more, just message me. It's pretty cool. Difference between MPEmbed Premium and WordPress version. There is no WordPress version of MPEmbed Premium. Kevin, you may be thinking about WP3D models. I also am the author of a free plugin for WordPress that allows you to embed Matterport spaces, which you can see on Matterport's third-party app page. But MPEmbed Premium is something different. Raul said that he used the filters to enhance colors in a space, and I assume that that went well. I'm super glad to hear that.
Yeah, I get a lot of feedback about the filters. People love it.
Yay.
I tell them all the time about MPEmbed. I think I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, well, that's great. That means if you're my biggest fan, that means the feature requests go to the top of the list.
Oh!
So, Kathy's asking a best case scenario for using MPEmbed. I will tell you, I'm going to tell you guys a shocking revelation. You're gonna be like, what? I have delivered a total of 1 space with MPEmbed to all of my clients. And you might be like, what? That's crazy. Well, so on my website, I'm using MPEmbed on all my examples, right? And I think it's great. MPEmbed may not work with realtors on the MLS, and the 1 space I delivered, it was an apartment community and it was shot on an overcast day. And all the imagery was completely, it was dark. It was really dark, and the colors were off. And so I actually used, there's actually a white balance feature and a tint feature also offered in MPEmbed. So I actually warmed up the imagery. I made it go from blue to yellow, and I boosted the brightness a bit. I adjusted the contrast, and I applied it individually to panos. And I was thrilled because it worked. And I delivered the tour to the client that way. The filters, to me, as a user of my own system, were a lifesaver. And this was a tour that I shot out of state. This wasn't go back on a better day. There's no way to do it. As the developer of something, I guess it can be, you can sometimes fail to see the value in your own thing for using yourself. For instance, I'm not sure if Ross Peterson uses WP3D models for his own marketing. You become so invested in building things and working with other people that you sometimes as a user don't experience your own product. And so for me, it was a lot of fun when I had no choice in order to deliver something properly. So that was fun.
That's a great story.
Yeah. Okay, so Daniel Parada again plans to add text formatting to matter tags. I'm sorry, I wish I could. I cannot do that. Chris Fraser thinks the filters are great. I do too. I think Chris Fraser is great.
Me too.
I know. Okay, so Sherry Rennick is asking how you decide which URL to share with your clients, Matterport or MPEmbed. I'd share both. I'd say here's the tour, and then here's an enhanced version of the tour. May as well. Any thoughts on some kind of video maker to be included? Jamie, I don't know that I could build in screen capture video creation, but if you are asking if I might add in features to help with screen capture and with controlling the UI and all that, sure, that's a good idea. I would love to. I do screen cap videos for clients. We've got some clients who they believe that a YouTube copy of their space is it's not just important, it's more valuable than the space because of just how they do their marketing. So I would love to build a feature that would help me do that and everyone else. So that's a good idea. Jamie, send me that request as a private message so I can be sure it's on my list.
But wait, but all of my requests are at the top, right? Just so we're
yes, they are color coded in red. There's Daniel. Daniel's putting butts in the chat. See, it's infuriating. Okay. Will there be custom icons for matter tags in the future? Bogdan, send me an email request. That's a great idea. Right now, for those who don't know, MPEmbed allows you to have a list of all of your matter tags in the About panel. There's a separate tab to go to for a list of all your matter tags. With the premium version, you can sort, and then you can create folders, and then there are icons that appear. The icon is the color that your matter tag was created with, and then the icon is either a video icon, a photo icon, a web link icon, or a text icon, depending on what kind of matter tag it is. And the idea of having custom icons in the box is cool. But I think Bogdan might be asking if I would be able to change the actual icons of the matter tags in the space. And Bogdan, I don't think that that's possible. There is a way, conceivably with the Showcase SDK, there is a way to track where matter tags are and to maybe overlay a replacement icon tag. Yeah, I think it could get very, I think it would work too well. The SDK refreshes the browser at a rate that is slower than Showcase refreshes. So you'd be turning around and you'd have lag of where these masks over the matter tags would get left behind. And I hope Matterport might consider adding custom icons for matter tags. That'd be cool.
Well, we are redoing the entire matter tag feature, so I don't know.
What more can you tell us?
I don't know.
Can you tell us, Dee?
I'll find out, but I don't know right now what's coming down. I'm sure.
All
I
right.
think you know more than me, Chris.
Because I'm sneaky. All right. Daniel asks, vanity URLs / white label for premium members. I'm glad you asked. Okay. On the second two tiers, on the professional and unlimited plan, I'll be adding fave icons to where in your browser you won't have the MPEmbed icon anymore. You'll have a custom icon. That's just a feature that I'll add. And then in the title bar of the browser, I will be adding the ability for you to not have MPEmbed there. But as far as vanity URLs go for having your own domain name, you're going to just have to do the same thing you would with Showcase. Have your own domain name and mask it, embed it into an iframe, because the Showcase SDK is locked to MPEmbed.com. I can't give out my product and allow other domain names to work with it. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have just added a frame. And then sold for $100 per month the ability to have your own domain name. It would be a big scam. Maybe I will think of something lightweight that will get the job done, but I cannot literally properly offer white labeled domain names without in any way that you could not already do it.
All right. Well, I hate to cut you off, Chris, but we've currently run out of time. However, I did want to put you on the spot and make you promise us that you will come back so you can answer more questions again, because we've absolutely loved having you. It's been a great half an hour. You've helped a lot of people, I'm sure, and you're just this wealth of knowledge. And besides, we can bug you and tell you all the things we want in MPEmbed. So I want to definitely extend my gratitude on my behalf, as well as everybody else's, for you taking the time out, because I know you're busy. So thank you. One last announcement. This will be the last MOUG Live of 2018. We will be back on January the 8th, 2019. Hoping to get we're working on getting some more special guests as well. So I'll have more news on that later on. But the next session will be again at 9 o'clock Pacific time on Tuesday, January the 8th. And again, thank you so much, Chris, for joining us. He will be back.
It was fun.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you. Have a
right.
Merry Christmas and a great holiday season. See you in the new year. Bye-bye.